Oh no, this still works. Yeah. Okay, so Hal, are you
Yes.
seeing the screen here?
I do.
So this is the email that I sent you. It has last year's training video.
Okay.
So when I do these videos, well, you've been on my trainings, we go over the benefits, we go over the platform and the schedule or whatever it is, you know, specific to that case. And then I record the whole thing and then send it for posterity and for reference.
Okay.
So nothing has changed on this case from last year. Everything as far as benefits are concerned, or is exactly the same?
Nope. A lot of stuff has changed since last year, which of course, you know, not to say
Oh,
what happened last year.
Wrong case.
Yeah,
Wrong
no,
case.
it's okay.
Wrong case.
This one, it did, so when you talk to the employees, this is an active enrollment to where nothing's carrying over. So if they ask you, hey, if, you know, can I get back to you? You say, fine, get back to me. But if you don't get back to me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If we don't complete their enrollment or somebody does, and it could be that HR can follow up with them or whatever after the fact, but they have to make their active elections. Current benefits are loaded in the system, except for medical and dental, because those just, there was no comparable plan, and this was a real time crunched one for us in getting these changes up to date. So we just didn't load the medical because it just, I mean, it almost didn't matter what they were in, because this year everything's totally different. The carrier's different, the plans are different, the vision's the same, dental's totally different, and then all this ancillary is different. They're Mutual of Omaha. I mean, similar products, don't get me wrong, the Voluntary Life, STD, LTD. Yeah. But I mean, and then the Allstate didn't change. It's 3 products, and so those existing benefits are in the system as well. So.
Okay.
So Deanna, is there an updated benefits guide or a Brainshark or anything? Because that video is not going to really apply then, will it?
Right. So I am going to, I don't know if you want to start with Solarix or not, but the benefit guide is in there. Let me just download it. I'm about to send an email to Hal and you, Scott, with his login. So I'm going to send you the benefit guide.
Okay. Is it on the landing page?
It is on the landing page. So there you go.
All right. So Hal, I sent you the video from last year, which may or may not apply. Navigating Solarix is in here. Are you familiar with Solarix?
Yeah, we've used it before with Mary and Guy. Have used it.
Yeah. So here is the landing page. So this is a website we built for this case, distributed to the employees so they had benefit information. They click here to make an appointment. We're going to send you the appointment the night before. So we'll send them Sunday night, Monday night, so on. There's the guide. So let's start with that. What happened? Did it open? Deanna, is the guide actually in there? Because it doesn't seem to be opening.
Oh, okay, maybe I didn't. So I thought I did send that over to Matt. Sometimes Matt misses my emails too. Let me send that over right now to him. But I just sent it to you in an email. If you want to open it there, but he left the placeholder.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like just a placeholder.
It is, yep. And he said he did that, and then maybe I didn't send that to him. I thought I did. Anyway, I just sent it to him to put on the landing page.
All right, here we go. All right, 1/1 to 12/31, medical, HSA, telemedicine, blah, 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 dental, vision. Yeah, so medical, dental, vision, company paid life insurance, voluntary life insurance, STD and LTD, in the work site. Contact information, definitions, what's a copay, what's a deductible. Here we go. So two HSA plans. I mean, here. HSA low, HSA high. So, can somebody mute your phone? There's a lot of background noise. I don't know.
You still hear it?
All right, so we have, yes. Yeah. So the low and the high. So we have non-smoker and smoker rates. So the system will, it'll be identified in the system. There will be a question there. Calendar year deductible, $5,000 or $2,700. So, I mean, they're both HSAs. So depending on which plan they choose, they're either going to have a rate for non-smoker employee only, or no rate, or they're going to pay something. So it's basically a high and a low. Also, the co-insurance is 70 versus 80%, all the way down. So it's an HSA, so you got to meet your deductible first, and then you have co-insurance. Prescription. So $10 copay. They still have to meet their deductible even for the prescriptions, both plans. But when they do, it's $10.35 and $60. Out of network, of course, you don't want to go out of network because everything is extremely expensive. And then they have copay plans, 2 copay plans. I think there's 2. $35 and $73. Again, smoker rated as well. But these are more reasonable deductibles. $3,000. Oh, that's not reasonable, but $500. 90% co-insurance. And then they're copays. So you go to the doctor, you pay a copay. You don't have to meet your deductible first, either 20 or 30. Or 20 and 70, and so on. No deductible required for the prescriptions, 10, 40, and 70. No out-of-network coverage. HSA, is there an employer contribution, Deanna, to the HSA?
Yes, no, there's not.
Okay.
So the system
Right.
should be set up where it won't let you, if they elect one of the 2 PPOs, then, it'll skip right over that HSA.
Yeah. We try to set up the system to not be enroller monitored at all, to just allow you to do what you should be able to do. This is just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. You don't have to really worry about any of this stuff. Provider search, if they're looking for a provider, they can go to Cigna.com, and that's the process, but you don't need to capture a provider in the system. Dental provider, vision provider. Okay, dental. So 4 medical plans, 2 HSAs, 2 copay plans, and a high and a low dental. So the rates are displayed here. They have 100% coverage for preventive services, no deductible applies, 80 and 50. On the low plan, 190 and 60 on the high plan in network. $50 deductible on both plans per person, $1,000 or $2,000 annual max. So depending on, if they need a lot of dental work or they expect a lot of dental work, they might want to get the high plan. Let's see, vision, 1 plan, 1 eye exam a year, $10. Lenses, $10 once a year. Frames, $10. A $100 allowance is what they get for frames once every 2 years. Or they can get contacts instead of glasses. $100 allowance. Basic life insurance. The system will tell you how much they're able to get based on their class, but this is a company-paid life. It does have an age reduction as well, and of course, the basic life company-paid is not portable. Beneficiaries. Yeah,
I was going to say how you'll see in the system too that so they anyway it's broken out, the life insurance and the AD&D is 2 separate enrollment screens, so I'm sorry about that. It's just some extra clicks. You won't be able to, you can't waive it. You just have to kind of go through it with them. So you can just say to them, okay, and you also get blah blah amount. Because it'll show you how much of it depends on their class of employee as well as how long they've been with the company. But again, the knowledge is in the system where when you pick up that employee, you're looking at either 25,000 or 10,000, whatever it is, and you can just say it's life and AD&D. But you'll have to technically go through each one and confirm it.
Okay, just trust the system, right? Yeah.
What's that?
Just trust the system.
Just trust the system. Mm-hmm.
Question about the medical. We talked about the HSA account. So if we have a family who chooses the HSA, then that one individual has to meet the family deductible. Is that correct?
Are you talking about embedded or versus non-embedded? Let's see if there's any information here on that. Actually, let me just do a search here. I don't usually put that information in the guide, and there's nothing in here about it either. So we need to confirm that.
They're going to ask. Yeah, they always do.
Yeah.
So we're asking if the HSA plans are embedded or non?
Well, really, it's all plans, all medical plans. Any medical plan can be set up that way.
Got it.
Where the deductible is an embedded deductible or non-embedded. We should probably ask that. We may have that information from the recording from last year, but I haven't looked at it lately.
But again, they switched plans, so who knows? I'll go ahead and ask it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, voluntary life insurance, Mutual of Omaha. So, Deanna, we got the current coverage loaded, right?
Yeah. Right.
So the system will trigger for EOI if they need it, right?
Correct. And the fact that they moved, the Mutual of Omaha is the current carrier. I can't remember who the old one is, to be honest with you, but current coverages are in there. But even as late entrant, Mutual of Omaha is offering a true open enrollment up to 100,000, which is the GI amount for new hires. So, but even late entrants, and the system is set up like that. So when you see the system, you'll see, but it'll be green up to the 100,000. If they already have 200,000, it'll be green for the 200,000. However, if they increase, which it's up to 500,000 or 5 times their salary, whichever one's less. And again, the system knows that, so you can only go out to their max. But if they have 200 and they can go up to 300 and they decide to go anything over 200, the grid will turn red and they'll need EOI. However, Hal, you're not going to send them that or anything. I straight up said that our enrollers will not be emailing any forms to them. So after open enrollment, I will follow up with the HR and let them know who's pending. However, if you could just mention that to them, that their HR department, they need to get with their HR department to get that EOI form completed and sent into Mutual of Omaha. But again, HR is going to follow up with them as well.
Okay,
so you can remind them of that as well and just say that, someone will be following up with you after open enrollment to make sure you fill out that form. But they're honoring the current benefit amount, in other words. So they're going to honor the 200,000 even with the old carrier. They're going to move that over to Mutual of Omaha. And if I have 200, I don't need any EOI for that.
Okay, great.
House is 12,500 GI. Again, the system's set up like that. And the children is 10,000. And that's GI. And that's just 10,000 or nothing for the children. And the employee does have to have coverage in order for the dependents to get coverage. Again, the system won't let you do anything otherwise, but if you see why that, just they have to get it, and then the spouse can get up to 50% of what the employee gets.
Deanna?
Yes.
I know probably in this group, there's probably not a lot of same-sex spouses, but are they covered or?
Yes, they are. Same-sex spouses are covered. Matter of fact, even I believe even all domestic partners are covered.
Okay.
So it's set up for even opposite sex domestic partners coverage.
Okay, great.
All right, so that's voluntary life. The rates are here, but you don't need to worry about that. Okay, short-term disability, off the job coverage only. 14-day waiting period, 13-week benefit period, 60% of salary. Now this is some pre-X verbiage here, but Deanna, is this also new carrier here?
It is a new carrier, and so this is GI as well. Nothing's going to pen. They don't need EOI at all. If so, that's something, if they're on the fence and they're saying, oh, well, maybe I'll get it next year. I mean, that's fine, but just explain to them that right now for the 1/1/20 enrollment, the short-term disability and the long-term disability are guaranteed issue. So next year, if they go to get it, they'll need to do EOI.
And what about the pre-X, or do you know?
Right. Yeah. So if they currently
there is
have
pre-X
short
verbiage here. Okay, that would be if they don't have it. I see.
Right. Right. And again, the current benefits are loaded in there, so it's if they currently have it, then they won't. That'll be waived.
I gotcha. I understand. LTD, 90-day waiting period, 60%. 2-year ONOC. And it pays what's the oh, there it is. Social Security normal retirement age. Depends on how old they are. There's the rates. It's in the system. All states, 24-hour accident on and off the job. $50 wellness benefit per person to a year. And we have the actual, let's see, is it on the, here? Sure it is. The accident. Yeah, there it is. The fee schedule is all listed there on the landing page.
Yeah, and how all these are in the forms library too. Not to say you wouldn't. The landing page is probably your best bet, but if something happens, you're in Celerix, then you can, in the top right, there's a forms library. Now, don't get me wrong, it kind of messes with your enrollment process. Where not really. I mean, you just have to, click back, get back to that benefit. But they are in there.
All right, great.
Hospital indemnity, guarantee issue, no medical questions, no pre-existing condition. Pays $1,000 or $2,000, depending on which plan you choose for hospital admission, 100 or 200 a day for hospital confinement, and ICU.
That's impressive.
Critical-
We should write some of that.
That's impressive. What?
But there's no pre-existing. We should be able to write some of that.
Yeah. Critical illness with cancer, 10 or 20,000, guarantee issue, $50 benefit, screening, wellness screening benefit. There's a list of covered diseases. Here's a list of diseases that pay 25%. Spouse coverage, dependent coverage with Allstate is 50% of employees coverage. There is a 1212 pre-X here. Now this is a current Allstate case. This is a re-enrollment. So obviously if they have it, then they just keep it. Now, Deanna, if they have the critical illness or any of the Allstate plans, is there a no change button that we're doing here, or are we re-enrolling them?
No, we want the no change button. So when we go
Okay,
through the
I'll
system,
tell you that now.
yeah, that's a good point. Let me check that.
So let's see. So 96 not begun. I'm going to go pull a test person, I guess.
There's a
No.
Deanna test in there if you want, or yeah, whoever
Yeah,
you want.
but no, I want to do a Wooten because I want to see the current coverage.
Yep.
The
Joe
Wooten
Allen.
family,
Mhm.
I think owns this company. Hal. So you're going to see a lot of Wootens on here. There's a senior and a junior here. I'm not sure which is which here.
Okay.
I guess the owner is the senior.
Yep.
So Joe Ellen has current Allstate, Deanna?
I don't know if she does or not. That's a good point. I'm in a one here, and again, but go through the system, the medical, and everything too, because I'm seeing that they're locked right now, so the setting it in the way I want it. So I'm going to go update it real quick. But I'm in a record Eugene Paschall, Paschall, and they have accident and group indemnity. So I
Okay,
don't know
let's
if you
go
want
into
to
that.
get them.
Yeah.
Eugene.
That sounds familiar. Pascal. So Hal, let's start over. Enrollments, employees. You use the search bar to pull up their name. When you got them up, you click on their name to get into the system, to get into their record. You scroll to the bottom and hit enroll. It's all pre-populated. And then you have welcome to your benefits for 2020. Here's a list of all the plans, and it's basically next, all the way through.
Yeah, one thing I
So-
just wanted to mention when we were on the supplemental life, Hal, the again, it's just kind of a we actually had built it bundled, because you'll see that again, if they elect 100,000 of supplemental life for themselves, you'll click next, you'll confirm it, you'll get the beneficiary, and then it'll take you right into the employee AD&D, and they can't waive it. It's for 100,000. So technically it should have been bundled, but anyway, they didn't want to update the census they provided us, and that was separated out. So we separated it out in the system. So you'll just see where you have to kind of next it. So if you want to sell, present it as life and AD&D initially, because they don't have a choice. They have to get the AD&D with the life for the same benefit
together.
amount. It's just a couple more clicks, and then we should have.
I understand. Yeah.
All right, tobacco, yes or no, because the rates are driven based on that question. And shoot, I went too fast there. Notice that the question said, oh shoot, I can't go back. It says, does you or anybody in your family smoke or use tobacco? That's the question. So let's look at an HSA plan just to see what happens. Now this person, so if I look at the list of benefits, they weren't enrolled in anything because we wiped everything out, but they were enrolled in the accident and hospital indemnity, and it's already actually here and enrolled. It's already enrolled.
I see that,
So,
where you have to press the unlock button.
But do we
So-
have to even touch it?
No, you don't. So assuming they're not making any changes to it, then just, you currently have that. It tells you, yeah.
Once you get down to the LTD, Hal, it's going to skip over the accident and hospital indemnity and put you into the critical illness. All right, dental plan, there's one plan.
Scott, I can't see those buttons because I think the go-to meeting piece is covering them. Is it on the right side?
You can grab the top. You can grab like the top of that GoToMeeting bar and drag the whole thing down out of your way.
Oh, all right.
But this is what I'm talking about here.
Right. You just check them.
They're already enrolled. Like when I logged in, they were already there.
Okay, good.
So this is the
I mean,
dental.
if you click on them, how you can, you can make changes to it. But, if you just tell them, yeah, I've got it already, they don't want to make any changes, to skip over them.
Okay, great.
Dental plan, you basically just pick your plan. Vision plan, there's only one. It does say current here on the top of it, so that means they're currently enrolled in employee and spouse. They can change it or they can decline it, whatever. Most people are just going to keep everything the same. They should remember that everybody has to call. Everybody's supposed to make an appointment, So you'll just be clicking through, basically just confirming what they have already, basically. HSA, because I enrolled in the HSA, I can do a contribution. Now this one works as a calculator, so I can put in the annual amount I want to contribute for next year and hit calculate, and it'll give me the
Scott, that's the per pay period. You can either put the per pay period in, or you can come down to total, and put 2,000 there, and then click calculate.
My bad, I hit the wrong one. So I put 2,000 a year. It defaulted to 38.46. This year, I put in 2,000 and it kicks it back to 1999.92. It's just a rounding thing. It's going to be 2,000. And I either wish to apply or decline. Basic life insurance, company paid, zero cost. For this employee, it's $5,000. For other employees, it'll be different. Beneficiary, you can just check the box for the dependent that's loaded, or if they want somebody else, you click the plus sign over here and add somebody different. Most times it's going to be the spouse. Now, AD&D, again, company paid $5,000. It's separated, but it's basically the same thing. Company paid life. Now, voluntary term life. So I have 100,000 and it's all green. So it probably means that I didn't have coverage before, but I can get up to 100,000. It's going to cost me $19.38. I can lower the bar. I can increase the bar. Okay. But if I go over 100, it's going to say, hey, you're going to need an EOI. You can still get it. It's going to be $29.08. You're going to need an EOI. So do whatever you want to do. Most people are going to stay under GI or waive it. AD&D, again, it's a matching amount and it's a bundled product. So you really don't have, there's no waive button, notice. You have to get it. Who wouldn't get that anyway? 69 cents for 150,000. Spouse life, guarantee issue. Well, the first amount was guarantee issue. 12.5 stays green. If it goes above that, it turns red. Let's just waive that one. Short-term disability, it's all guarantee issue. It's all green. This is your short-term disability displays as a weekly benefit amount. So this person gets $456 a week benefit for $695 if they want it. There is, you can change the benefit amounts and the price goes down also. So maybe they just want a little bit of short-term disability, whatever. Guarantee issue. LTD, this displays the monthly LTD benefit, 60% of salary. There's only one option, which is the flat 60%. So Deanna, is that right? They can do various amounts of STD, but only a flat LTD?
Correct.
Okay. Or they can waive it. Let's just go ahead and get it. Now, I already had the accident and critical illness over here. So it skipped and put me straight into the, I'm sorry, I had the accident and hospital indemnity, so it pushes me straight to the critical illness. But I can go back into them and change them if I want to. Critical illness, we are trying to sell something here, so if they're not enrolled, definitely want to tell them about the critical illness. Tobacco, non-tobacco, employee, and spouse. There's the rates. And let's go ahead and enroll it and just see what we get here. Beneficiary. Do you currently have critical illness with AHL? No. This is representation for the employee. Agent, I swear that everything is accurate. And then you get to a sign and submit page. So it says, are you satisfied with your elections? If so, hit next. If you want to make changes, these are hyperlinks, so you can go back to those items and change them. Otherwise, hit next. It's just next, next, next. Here's the confirmation form. Deanna, is this set up to email the confirms?
It is, yes. Yes.
So once you complete the enrollment, Al, the employee is going to get an email confirmation of this right here. It's going to be PDF'd and emailed to them. So the total is $258.50 for this employee, and then you sign the form. I'm not going to sign it because this is a live system here, but you sign it just by, is it click to sign, Deanna, or is there a PIN code?
It should be, I don't know. What's it doing? Let me see. Let me look at it.
It looks like it's click to sign. I'm not having to enter anything.
Oh, okay. That works. You like that? I like that.
I like it better.
I mean, yeah, I do too.
But, your husband says don't complete these enrollments because
Yeah,
he
I
doesn't
wouldn't.
listen to it.
Yeah. Go ahead, and because once you do that, then we have to reload the census,
Yeah.
or at least for that employee.
So that's it, Al. That's how you get through. You click sign and you're done. And then there'll be a button. Once you hit sign, it'll have a summary of each product all the way down, line by line. And then at the bottom it says return, and it kicks you back out to the front. I'm going to go back out to the front myself. Let me just log out. So it pushed me out. It shows Eugene is incomplete. So I'm going to go ahead and, you don't need to do this, but I'm going to reset them. Just so it's clean and actually, what happened? I'm going to pull up, what's her name? Joellen, and reset her too. So,
can you try to log in now?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I'll try.
I sent you the link too. You may have already had that. And then I didn't make you change your password.
Okay.
Good.
So I'm at
that.
AWD, then select, and then I'll just put in my
Yeah.
username, user ID.
Yeah, make sure that the site you get to says admin login. It could put you to the self-service side, which is the enrollment site.
Yeah, that's where I am. Oh, no. It says not an administrative user. Try the enrollment site. So I'm at the right place. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So my user ID,
It's just your name,
Your full name, no spaces.
right?
Hal or Harold?
Oh, Hal.
Okay. And then my user ID.
And then your password or your
My
PIN.
password. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's going to be the merit with now that's case sensitive. So capital M,
Okay.
ERIT 2019.
2008.
No space.
Okay, I'm in.
Yeah, so from that home screen, you're just going to search for your employee. You can search by first name, last name, social security number, however
very
that comes up. And then you can click straight on enroll from there and you just go, next.
So I see all those routines. I do. Yeah. Very good.
If if during the enrollment, you have my email now too, Hal, so feel free to just email me, any questions, any issues you have with the system, if it's not letting you do something or something's acting strange or anything, I'll try to stay on top of my emails, and if I see something, of course you can call me as well.
Sure. So I appreciate that, yeah. And then
Hal, do you know who this guy is here?
which guy? On the right?
On my screen, yeah. Do you know who that is?
No, who is that?
He's a Allstate VP, Tim Sintich. He is Bill's boss.
Oh, no kidding. Wow.
Yeah. And I don't know who this chick is, this girl. She works at Allstate for sure. I remember seeing her, but I never met her. I don't know what her name is. So they went to the home office and took a picture of a couple of people talking to each other and stuck it on here.
I was just going to say, is this their new thing now? They're using home office employees.
Yeah,
You
I
missed
guess.
your calling, Scott. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I missed it.
Oh, but I did want to show you, log back in there real quick, Scott, and I just wanted to show you just a secondary place you can access the forms. I'll lock it up before Monday. You got your benefit guide as a separate thing there, and then you've got your, because I'll be honest with you, this one's been a real tight thing, and then with me being sick, and I don't know. Anyway, and it's not self-service. Probably throughout the after open enrollment, I'm going to clean it up some as far as the enrollment screens. But like for you guys, I didn't put a lot of information as far as, which I usually do. When you get to the short-term disability screen, a lot of times I'll have in the text bank there what the elimination period is, the benefit period, that kind of stuff. But I don't have a lot of the things are blank. I did put some information on the supplemental life that, is guaranteed issue up to 100,000. And I'll do it, but anyway, you're going to want that benefit guide, in other words.
I see in the upper right-hand corner, form library, and that's where I'll find that, right?
Yeah.
Benefit guide, 2020 benefit guide, I see it. Perfect. Excellent, yeah, I don't even have to save it on my laptop. It's good on my desktop. Good.
Yeah, you can just bring it up. It'll come up as a separate link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see downloadables down below. Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll see you've got the evidence of insurability form there, but if it was me, I just making them aware that they're going to need that, and that if it was like what I'd say, well, I'd go to your HR and ask for the EOI form personally and not depend on someone to come reach out to me, because if I want that benefit, I'm going to be proactive. But a lot of people aren't like that. And, you know, I'm gonna work with the HR to make sure that they're reaching out to the employees that need EOI. I don't expect a lot will go over the guaranteed issue though, if they elect it at all.
You don't want me to email them anything then, correct?
I mean, the problem with that is, you know, through the years and then you end up getting an email a year later, hey, I gotta file a claim for such and such. Like, what, dude, I just, you know, that's not my deal. So I just wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, the great thing with Celerex is it's quick. We can get them usually loaded, even with a lot of benefits, even here. Will they ask me about their 401k or not? Hopefully.
I don't know. You know, we definitely aren't enrolling that. So if they ask about it, then just say you need to go see your HR.
Probably in that.
The benefit guide.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at it. Yeah.
401k? I don't remember seeing it.
No.
No.
Yeah, I just direct them to HR.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it in the contents of
see
the
it
guide.
Just trying to think of things that they'll ask me. But the medical plans, I mean, they're different Cigna plans, but they didn't change the whole carrier. Is that correct? Or?
No, they did change carriers. They were, let me see who they're with. Cigna now. They're with Mutual of Omaha. Those are all different. The Vision and Allstate are the only ones that are the same. But let me see who the other carrier was.
My question is if there's somebody having a baby, does the baby stay with the old plan? Or, you know, like, do their claims stay? Or does everybody transfer over to the new? This is.
I don't know. Oh, they were with United Healthcare. They were with United Healthcare before.
These are just old broker questions they'd always ask me.
Yeah, so email me something like that if it comes up, Hal, and I'll get the answer for you right away.
All right, thanks. Well, let's not cross that bridge till we have to.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to bookmark this. Well, you've sent it to me anyway, Scott. And then you'll send me appointments, Scott? Is that how that's going to work?
Yep, I'll email you appointments on starting Sunday night.
Okay.
Each evening.
Okay.
Just to give them enough time to make the appointments, you know.
All right.
So it'll be very clear at 9 a.m. Call Joe Blow at this phone number. Very clear.
Excellent. And I'll just use my phone.
Scheduler real quick.
Okay.
I think these start at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay, great. Usually these guys are up at 6. Working, I mean.
8 a.m. actually. Starts at 8 a.m.
Okay, great.
Oh, no. So that's, wait a minute. Which one are we having Hal do? Because we've got one that's a later, the 11 to 8.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I see it now. Well, I don't know.
Are you okay, Hal, working the later shift? That was one of their things. It was starting at 11 a.m. and going up through 7:30. Would be your last appointment.
All right. That's fine. We're only doing 3 days, right?
Yeah.
Not like I'm going to do that.
And this is a mandatory enrollment, and we're pushing them to fill this up, But how many are there now, Deanna?
I was
this
going to
morning.
say, right. So there was 48 this morning. Let me look. Let me go to the home page. And
There's
today,
98 employees.
3, 4, 5. 9 employees, 9 appointments were made today, and there was 47 this morning. It's 56. I mean, that's between both enrollers. So
Yeah. So and the schedule is open all weekend too. So they, by the end of Monday, Tuesday will be full, and then so on, probably. But whatever, we're paying you no matter what. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
We'll just have to see how it goes. But
You make sure the job's done and you're happy with them.
yeah,
You're full on Monday right now. I mean, but we won't pull it yet,
Yeah.
just because who knows if someone tries to reschedule or something like
Sure.
that. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
and I've got the lunch at 3 to 4. You've got the break.
yeah. And you got some Wootons in here. The first one is James. You got Houston in here. You got Gregory Sr., who's the owner. And looks like that's it.
Oh, and then on Wednesday, Tim.
And Tim. Okay, so whatever. They're just people. Just do your thing and enroll.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Yep.
We'll get her done.
All right, cool. I've got to run because we got a 3 o'clock here, and I got to make a phone call first. So,
Okay.
thank you, Hal.
No,
If anything comes up, and you can call Deanna, but you can always call me too, of course.
Right, Scott. Thank you. Thank you, Deanna.
You're welcome, Hal. I hope you feel better.
Thank you. I'm getting better.
Yeah.
Good.
And
Have a good weekend.
wish Shalene a happy 29th birthday. Okay.
Right.
I will. She's actually 21, but
Well, there you go.
Whoops.
She's going down, Hal. I mean,
Yeah, Yeah. Like Benjamin Button.
put it this way. I'm going to drink like she's turning 21 tonight.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, Hal. Well, have a good weekend. Again, call me if you have any. My phone number is in the signature there of the email I sent to you, or you can email me.
Thanks, Deanna. It should go, once I get the first, it's always the first one. Once we get that handled, it should be good.
All right.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Have a great day. Bye.
You too.
Yep.
Bye-bye.